morning, friends. So, last class we discussed some basics on contribution, PV ratio, and break-even point for a single product company. We try to have a small understanding, or let's say we use some basic numbers to look at the formula and what it meant. Today, we will move on to multi-product company break-even point. How to calculate break-even point of a multi-product company. Let's go in. See, what is the big trouble when you have a multi-product company? See, usually I know break-even point in units, right? Break-even point in units is, I know it is FC divided by contribution per unit, right? Now imagine I am dealing in some three products P, Q, R. I should now take the contribution of which product? I should now take the contribution of which product? That is the confusion, right? As I have more than one product here, denominator, how do I decide? Which product's contribution should I take? Can I take the aggregate? I cannot take the aggregate, then it is like as if there is three products inside one product. It's not three products, no. So the answer to this trouble, the answer to this trouble is you take average contribution, right? So when it's a multi-product company, the break-even point changes as fixed cost divided by average contribution per unit, right? Now what kind of average? It is weighted average. You have to calculate weighted average contribution, right? We have to calculate weighted average contribution. And what shall be the weights? What shall be the weights? We will use something called as product mix. Product mix as the weights. We should use product mix as the weights. So it is weighted average contribution per unit on the denominator using what? Product mix as the weights. So to consolidate, how do I calculate break even point of a multi product company? So break even point of a multi product, there are many products, no? Multi product business in units, that is, I am calculating break even point in what? Units. Formula is total fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. Total fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. Note, product mix shall be used as weights, right? So product mix shall be used as weights. That's fine, we will use product mix, but what is product mix? Question arises now. So what is product mix? So below that, note down product mix is the ratio of sales brackets between the products, ratio of sales between the products in units, right? In units. So that's what we call as what? Product mix. So product mix is the ratio of sales in units. Product mix is the ratio of sales in units. That's what we need to take as weights. That's what we need to take as weights, right? Go for it. Let's try and understand. Let me illustrate what I meant. Imagine I have three products, right? Say product P, product Q, product R. Analysis of past years, analysis of past shows, in every year, sales units are usually like this. I usually sell 30,000 units of P, 20K units of Q, and 10K units of R in a year. Imagine selling price is, say, selling price is 10, 15, 20. These are all per unit, rupees per unit, right? This is all rupees per unit. Selling price I have expressed in rupees per unit. Okay. About total sales will be what? Total sales will be 30K into 10, 30,000 into 10, 3 lakhs, 3L, I'm marking it as 3 lakhs, 3L, 30,000 into 10, and here it is 20,000 into 15, again that will be 3L, right? And 10K into 20, 10,000 into 20, 10,000 into 20, that will be 2 lakhs, right? Concentrate. Now, sales can here be seen in two expressions. Here, sales is in units. Here, sales is in units. And here, sales is all in rupees. Here, sales is all in rupees. This is sales in rupees. Now, I have multiplied it with selling price. So, here, sales is in rupees. Now, when I say product mix, I mean the top line. That is 3 is to 2 is to 1. 30K is to 20K is to 10K. That is the ratio that we understand as product mix, right? So this ratio is referred to 30 is to 20 is to 10, isn't it? This ratio is what we refer to as product mix, right? And this ratio, is called as the sales mix. This ratio is called as the sales mix. Okay. SM here means sales mix. So here the first one is the product mix. This is the sales mix. Now, as I told you, when you want break-even point in units, you need to apply what as weights? Product mix as weights. You need to apply product mix as weights. Shall I proceed? Now, how to calculate weighted average contribution per unit? How to calculate weighted average contribution per unit? Computing weighted average contribution per unit. Computing weighted average contribution per unit. Let's go for it. So first column, let's take it as product, right? Second column, it is contribution per unit. Third column is the product mix. Fourth column, contribution into product mix. Contribution into product mix, right? Shall I proceed? So this is the general format that we will use. Imagine products are P, Q, R. Products are P, Q, and R. And contribution, I'm going to simply imagine some contribution. Don't think how it came, right? I'm just trying to illustrate how the weighted average is calculated. So imagine given is contribution of P. Let's say is 2, Q is 3, and R is, let's say, 4. Some numbers I'm taking. And the ratio product mix is 3 is to 2 is to 1. So you multiply it. So what do you have? 2 into 3 is 6, right? And 3 into 2 again is 6, and 4 into 1 is 4, right? The weighted average computation is, how do you compute weighted average? I'm a school stuff or CPT stuff. How do you calculate weighted average? Weighted average is equal to sigma xw by sigma w, which is here this is x in our statistical parlance. What for what we are calculating average, that is the x component. Okay, this is the weights. Product mix is being used as weights. Then it is sigma xw. It is xw. So total, Greek word sigma stands for total here. This one. So total here is what? 6 plus 6, 12 plus 4, 16. Sigma xw is 16 by sigma x is 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. So it will be 16 by 6, right? So I think it's 2.67, 2 times 12 and 2 by 3. So 2.67, right? So weighted average, this is how we calculate. Weighted average, this is how we calculate. Now you are able to visualize what I'm saying. Weighted average, this is how we will calculate, right? I'll explain the concept in weighted average in another video, small video I'll show you. But for now, if you already know weighted average, no issues. Otherwise also look at the format and understand, right? So I'm trying to calculate average of contribution now. So for what I'm trying to calculate average, that is x. And what am I going to use as weight? That is, in this case, product mix, that is w. Weighted average is equal to, you have to multiply x and w, total it up. Then it is sigma xw divided by sigma w. Sigma w here is 6, 3 plus 2 plus 1. Sigma xw is 16. So weighted average contribution that we have found out is 2.67. It is rupees 2.67 per unit. This is rupees 2.67 per unit. That's how you calculate weighted average contribution per unit. This is totally meaningful and logical. I'll explain what this is in another video. Don't worry. Right? It may also be useful for some of our CPT and school friends. I will share the logic or concept between weighted average in another video. For now, let's not deviate. For now, let's not deviate from our discussion. So this is how you calculate weighted average contribution per unit. So, I have just now showed you how you calculate weighted average contribution per unit, and I also told product mix is to be used as the weights. I have also told product mix is to be used as the weights. Now, why? There's a big question, na? Why? What is the logic? What is the logic of this formula? Don't mug up the formula. It's quite simple and logical to understand. Once you understand it, then you can use the formula to save time in the exam, right? So I'm going to now explain why fixed cost by weighted average contribution per unit is the formula, right? Let's discover why it is so through a problem, right? Through a question. Let us try to understand it. So kindly note down the question. Kindly note down the question. Now, given in the question, there are three products, right? There are three products. So given in the question, there are three products P, Q, and R. There are three products P, Q, and R. Information of which is given below. Information about which is given below. Information about which is given below. Three products P, Q, and R. Information about which is given below. Shall we? Now, kindly note down. Selling price P6, Q15, R is 9. P6, Q15, R is 9. Variable cost. 4, 12, 5.4. 4, 12, 5.4. Product mix, that is ratio of sales. 3 is to 2 is to 1. Meaning in the past, whenever they have analyzed the past, the sales usually is in the pattern 3 is to 2 is to 1. The sales is usually in the pattern 3 is to 2 is to 1. Meaning if they have totally sold 6 units, 3 of them is going to be P usually, 2 of them will be Q and 1 will be R. That is usually how the sales pattern is. That's what they have observed, right? That is product mix 3 is to 2 is to 1. Required compute, fixed cost. Overall fixed cost is given to be 1,87,200. 1,87,200 for the period. The information on top, SP and VC should be per unit. SP and VC is per unit. FC is 1,87,200 for the period. 1,87,200 for the period. So based on that, now they are asking you to compute overall BEP. They are asking you to compute overall break-even point. Shall we? They have not specified whether they want overall BEP in rupee terms or they want overall BEP in units terms. They have simply asked overall BEP. What do I do? What do I do? See, usually the answer is, if the requirement is not clear and specific, do both if data is available. It may take only a fraction of a minute, isn't it, to do the other one. So do not take a choice there. If the question is not clear and you can solve both, try and do both, right? So in this case, I'm going to do both. So, but anyway, I first explained only BEP in units now. So I'll be solving only for BEP in units now. Shall I proceed? I'll be solving only for BEP in units. Shall I proceed? So let's go for it. What is the formula? Let's look at the solution. Let's look at the solution. First one, overall BEP in units. I am trying to solve overall BEP in units. So, see here, step 1, what have I done? Step 1, I have tried to calculate weighted average, right? Weighted average, concentrate, I'm going with the numbers. For P, for product P, for product P, the contribution, for product P, the contribution is 2, right? For product P, contribution is 2. How do I get 2? How do I get 2? 6 minus 4. 6 rupees is the selling price, VC per unit is 4. So 2 rupees is my contribution. For product Q, contribution is 3. 15 minus 12. 15 minus 12. Right? 15 minus 12. For contribution, that is for product Q. For product Q, contribution is 3. It is 15 minus 12. For product R, contribution is 3.6. 3.6. How 3.6? 9 minus 5.4. 9 minus 5.4. Shall I proceed? You are clear with contribution? Shall I move on? Yes. Let's go ahead. The next column I have written is weights, product mix. Weights, that is the product mix I have taken as weights, 3 is to 2 is to 1. 3 is to 2 is to 1. So weight into contribution. Weight into contribution, that is product mix into contribution. I have multiplied 2 into 3, 6. Then 3 into 2, right? 3 rupees contribution, 2 is the product mix. 3 into 2, again 6. Last one, it is 3.6 into 1, 3.6. And sigma xw works out to 15.6. Sigma w is 6. Sum of weights is 6. Sum of product into weights is what? 15.6. So formula for weighted average, we all know it is sigma xw divided by sigma w. Sigma xw divided by sigma w. Sigma xw divided by sigma w. Do you agree? So 15.6 divided by 6 makes it 2.6. Shall I proceed? Right? Weighted average we have calculated to be what? 2.6. 2.6. My next step. Shall we go over? Right? Shall we go to the next step? If you look at this, 6 times 6 into 2, 12. Correct? 6 into 2, 12. 6 into 0.6, 3.6. So totally it is 15.6. Let's move on. Now the next step. Once I have calculated the weighted average, then I'm going in for calculating the BEP itself. I'm going to calculate the BEP itself. What is my FC? 1,87,200. What is my contribution per unit? Weighted average contribution per unit? 2.6. So I have divided it. Break even point, which is FC divided by weighted average contribution per unit, number is 72,000, right? 1,87,200 divided by 2.6 is 72,000 units. This is what? This is 72,000 units. This is 72,000 units of P, of Q, or of R. This is units of what? This is 72,000 units of what? This is 72,000 units of P or Q or R, or all put together. All put together. This is 72,000 units of all put together. Shall I proceed? So, break even overall is over. Overall break even point has been completed. Overall BEP has been computed. Right? Shall I proceed? Now, I am trying to explain. I am trying to verify the same. I want to show the product wise BEP and also verify the same, whether our answer is correct. At 72,000, does the company really break even? I want to show whether at 72,000 units, the company really breaks even. Let's go. So I have marked it as, this is not part of overall BEP. This is additional work I am doing here. Here, whatever I do, you don't have to show it in the exam, right? This is only for our learning purpose. I am going for product wise BEP and verification, right? So look at it. First, I have split 72,000 in the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1. Was 72,000 into 3 by 6, 36,000. 72,000 into 2 by 6, 24,000. 72,000 into 1 by 6, 12,000. Now you are able to, up to now you are able to understand what I have done. I have, see here we found out BEP for all the three products put together. Now I am breaking it into the three respective products. I have used the given product mix. The question told, see, the question told me for every 6 units, this question told me that for every 6 units, 3 will be P, right? For every 6 units, in every 6 units sold, in every 6 units sold, how much will be P? 3 will be P. P will be 3 units. So for 6 units, if it is 3, in 72,000 units, there will be how many P's? It will get cross multiplied direct proportion. So it is 72,000 into 3 by 6. It is 72,000 into 3 by 6. This is, if you reduce this, it will become 36,000. Right? This will become 36,000 units. Am I able to visualize what I'm saying? So that's what I have done here. So same logic I have applied for Q and R. Same logic I have applied also for Q and R. Right? So it is 24,000 for Q and 12,000 for R. This is 72,000 into 2 by 6, 24,000. 72,000 into 1 by 6, 72,000 by 6 is 12,000. So I have marked that. Then I have multiplied with the given contribution or the contribution that we calculated. Right? This is the contribution that we calculated. This is 6 minus 4, 2. This is 15 minus 12, 3. This is 9 minus 5.4, 3.6. Do you remember the flashback, right? So the old numbers, no? First calculation, that's what we did. Contribution. We know SP minus VC is contribution. Respective SP minus VC is what I have executed there. So if you multiply it, what happens? If you multiply it, the numbers become what? 36,000 into 2, 72,000, and 24,000 into 3, 72,000, and 3 point, that is 12,000 into 3.6, 12,000 into 3.6, that makes it 43,200. If you add them all up, it is 1,87,200. My total contribution works out to 1,87,200. So is my FC. So my profit is 0. I have verified that at this level, my break-even point is 72,000 units of P, Q, and R put together, of which 36,000 units is P, 24,000 is Q, and 12,000 is R. Now you are able to visualize what I'm saying, right? So simple logic. How we have calculated overall BEP? It is fixed cost, total fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. Total fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. I have done the calculation. Shall I proceed? Now let me show why the formula is correct, or let me show the rationale behind the formula. Suddenly, why should I take FC divided by weighted average and all? Why? Right? Let's see how the formula works itself up. Let's go for it. Understanding the formula. Understanding the formula. Understanding the formula. Right? Understanding the formula, what? FC divided by contribution per unit. What contribution per unit? Weighted average contribution per unit is what? Overall BEP. I hope you have observed one thing. I am calling this overall BEP. Multi-product companies BEP, I am calling it overall, the business level. Why am I using the word overall? It is a business level BEP. It is a business level BEP. Shall I proceed? Right. See, we know at BEP, total contribution, I am writing it as CONT dot, is equal to total fixed cost, isn't it? Because if the contribution is greater than FC, you will have a profit. If contribution is less than FC, you will have a loss, isn't it? Contribution is the money given by the product to the business. This money is given for a specific purpose to recover FC. If the amount contributed is greater than FC, then the company makes a profit. If you want to break even, then the contribution has to exactly offset FC and do nothing else. It should not result in any surplus. Contribution surplus is not necessary here. We are trying to seek out the point of break even. So we know that at BEP, my contribution, total contribution should be equal to total FC. Am I right? Shall I proceed? No. I also know this contribution is equal to contribution per unit into units sold. Hmm? Right? So number of units sold into contribution per unit will give me the total contribution. No? You are able to visualize. Imagine if I buy a pen at 3 rupees, variable cost. I sell it at 5 rupees, selling price is 5. In a month, I sell 1000 pens. How much contribution I would have earned? 2000, because 5 minus 3, for every single pen I get to keep. For every single pen, I get to keep 2 rupees. 2 rupees per pen. Like that I have sold 1000 pens. So how much will I earn? 2000 rupees. So 2000 will be my contribution. So this is from my product line pen. Same way I may be selling paper, I may be selling pencils, I may be selling erasers, so what not, isn't it? So all these contribution added together should recover my FC, isn't it? All these contributions added together should recover my FC. That is my ultimate goal, to find out BEP, isn't it? If I want to find out my BEP, all this put together should recover my what FC. All this put together must recover my FC. Now you are able to visualize what I am saying, right? Concentrate. Imagine in a shop, right? You are selling pens, papers, everything, right? Stationery shop. The shop's rent you pay is 10,000. So contribution from all the products, right? It should be equal to what? 10,000. You are able to visualize. So each product unit sold into its contribution per unit will be the contribution. See here, paper. I have sold, sorry, pens. I have sold 1000 pens. That will get me 2000 rupees. So if I have sold 1000 pens, contribution per unit is how much? 2. Like that I have sold how many pens? 1000 pens. So total contribution is 2000. Same way, I may be selling paper, isn't it? Pencil, everything. So all that added together, total should work out to how much? So the total should work out to 10,000. Don't see or don't get worried from where am I getting 10,000 and all. Not this question now, imaginary. I just want you to visualize before I start the computation. Shall I proceed? So that is regarding what? So all the products, contribution from all the products in all should recover how much for me? In all should recover the FC for me. That is the idea. Na? So I'm going to set up an equation, or I'm going to set up a computation which shows how I can equate all the contribution to FC and crack for BEP. Let's go for it. Let's take all this off and go for it. Now concentrate. Yeah. Hmm. Now You tell me whether it's right. Product, I have P, I have Q, I have R. Three products I have. How much is the contribution per unit? Contribution per unit is 2. Contribution per unit here is 3. And here it would be 3.6. Am I right? And units I don't know. Right? I don't know the units. That's what I have to find out. Don't say we know, you already solved. No. I'm going to give the logic of the formula. Right? So concentrate. Assume we have not yet calculated. Just imagine we have not yet calculated using the formula. Right? So these units I don't know. But anyway, I know contribution should be totaling to how much? The total contribution should be equal to 1,87,200. This much I know now. My total contribution should be equal to FC, total FC at BEP is equal to 1,87,200. That much I know. Shall I proceed? Right? Shall I move on? Now, important, concentrate. Let total units at BEP, let total units at BEP be, let's say, X. Okay, let me call that as X. Total units at BEP, let me call it as what? X. Shall I proceed? So imagine total BEP units is X. We have solved it to be 72,000. We have solved it to be 72,000. Now assume we have not yet applied the formula, right? I want you to relate with the number. So what am I calling it as X? What am I calling as X? X is the total BEP of the company. X is the total BEP of the company. Shall I proceed? Come back. Now, if X is my total BEP, I know what is the product mix. Product mix is, the question told, in the pattern, in the past, the pattern is P 3 portions, Q 2 portions, R 1 portion. Correct? So I know for every 6 units, 3 units is P. Right? I know that for every, I know that for every, yeah, I know that for every 6 units, every 6 units, P will be 3. Now it is 6 units are X units are. BEP I have assigned as X, na? BEP I have assigned as what? X. So for the X units, how much? For the X units, how much will be BEP? Sorry, how much will be the units? For every 6, if there are total units are 6, na, of that 3 will be P. If the total units are now X, I have assigned it to be X. If it is going to be X, how many of it will be P? How many of it will be P? So it will be 3 by 6th of X, right? It will be 3 by 6th of X. Now you are able to visualize, it will be what? 3 by 6th of X. So 3 by 6th of X will be P. Okay, 3 by 6th of X will be P. So concentrate here. So here you will know that 3 by 6th of X. 3 by 6 X will be P, and 3 by 2 by 6 X will be 2 by 6 X will be Q, and 1 by 6 X will be R. Now how I got 2 by 6, 1 by 6? Same logic. So in every 6, 2 is Q. But for every X, how much? So for X unit, it will be X into 2 by 6, X into 1 by 6, same way, right? Shall I proceed? I have now defined the units. I have now defined the quantity in terms of X. And if you see, I have assigned X as BEP. You are able to visualize. I have now defined the quantity of each type of product with reference to BEP. I have defined quantity of every type of product with reference to BEP. Now I can easily solve, right? Let's go for it. So 3 by 6x, concentrate, this is what? 3 by 6x. Units I am writing now as 3 by 6x This is 2 by 6x, ama. 2 by 6x. This is 1 by 6 x. Right? Shall I proceed? Any doubts in this? Right? Now concentrate. If I multiply, let's fill this column. Let us try to fill out this column. Apo 2 into 3 by 6. 2 into 3 by 6. What will be 2 into 3 by 6? It should be 1. Correct? See, 2, 6 struck off. It becomes 3x. Sorry, it becomes 3x by 3, so which is nothing but 1x. You are able to visualize, it is 1x. Come here, 3 into 2 by 6x, 3 into 2 6, so it is 6 by 6x, again another 1x. Okay, then next one if you see it is 3.6 into 1 by 6x, which is 3.6 by 6. 3.6 by 6x, this is 3.6 by 6x. 3.6 by 6x, you are able to visualize what I am saying. It is 3.6, okay, into 1 by 6x. Now 3.6 and 6, if you cancel out, if you reduce this, if you cancel and reduce this, 6.6 times, 6 into 0.6 times, so I can take the 6 off and write it as 0.6x. 0.6x. You were able to visualize up to now. Any doubts, right? So this should be equal to what? This should be equal to 1,87,200. So what is the equation I get now? 1x plus 1x plus 0.6x plus 0.6x is equal to what? 1,87,200. Shall I proceed? It is 1 plus 1 plus 0.6 is what? 2.6. So concentrate. Concentrate. And sigma, okay, come back here. We have multiplied and added, so let's go and solve it. Come back here. So 2.66 is equal to 1,87,200, right? Apo x is equal to 1,87,200 divided by 2.6, right? This is pretty much the same thing that we did here also. Concentrate. When we found out the BEP here, it was what? 1,87,200 my FC, right? It was my FC of 1,87,200. Let me show it. My FC of 1,87,200 and contribution, average contribution per unit of 2.6. That gave me what? 72,000. That gave me 72,000 units. See, here I have not given any weighted average. Did I do any weighted average? It was quite a logical solving that we did, right? It was quite a logical solving that we did. So automatically, it forms in the place, right? You are able to visualize this logical solving, how we solved, right? Contribution, units defined, right? So if you take units as x, total BEP units as x, obviously it gets multiplied by what? Product mix. So it automatically goes in the form of weighted average. I think you will be able to now see that the final answer, see in this x is what? Here up to now we have calculated. I have not used any weighted average. I have done only a logical solving. If you revisit the video and check, I have not used any weighted average here in this calculation that I did in the board. So if you look at this is what? 72,000 units. What is x? X is BEP units, right? So BEP units is equal to, what is 1,87,200? It is my FC divided by, what is 2.6? Check it up. Nothing but weighted average contribution per unit. So you are able to understand why weighted average. Why weighted average? Simple, right? Why it is weighted average? Na? Simple. Concentrate. Total contribution. See, the issue is here. Total contribution must be equal to FC. Okay. And total contribution in turn depends on units. Units is what we take as weights. Units is what we take as weights. Apo, the overall BEP depends on total contribution. Total contribution in turn depends on two things: contribution of each type of product, and its composition. Out of 6, 3, out of 6, 2, out of 6, 1. The composition, right? Both influence now. So I have to calculate the average contribution per unit, right? So when I'm converting everything in terms of X, total units, I have to calculate average contribution, but when doing so, I have to consider for every 6, 3. That is, the X is not either P or Q or R, isn't it? It is a mixer. The mix is in what proportion? Hence, the proportion plays a role. X is not fully P, X is not fully Q, X is not fully R, right? Apo, see, a wacky comparison if you want to, visualization if you want to have in your mind. Imagine, no, this is X. What will be the contribution? What will be the contribution of X? That's what I want to know. Now, if you look at it, see, there are 3 products, right? And the overall BEP is of P, Q as well as R. So 3 by 6th of P, 2 by 6th of Q, and 1 by 6th of R. So this 3 by 6th earns me what? This 3 by 6th earns me 2 rupees. This 2 by 6 earns me 3 rupees. And this 1 by 6 earns me 3.6. So out of this X, 3 by 6 or 1 half, 0.5, 50% of X earns me 2 rupees. Right? 50% of X earns me 2 rupees. And 2 by 6, 1/3 of X earns me 3 rupees. And 1 by 6, 16.67% dot earns me 3.6 rupees. You are able to visualize. So all that put together, all that. So for every one single unit, if you see, concentrate. So 50% of X is 2 rupees na. So equivalent is 1. 50% of 2 is 1. 1/3 of 3 is 1. 1/6 of 3.6 is 0.6. On an average, X is capable of earning what? 2.6. This is what we understand as, or this is what we compute when we straight away compute weighted average contribution per unit, right? If you visualize all the 3 products put together as a package, that package is X. Imagine all the 3 put together: one pencil, one pen, one eraser. All the 3 are put together, and in the box, in the package, you will have 3 pencils, 2 pens, 1 eraser, something like that, right? The package is going to earn you a contribution of how much? 2.6. That's what we have understood. Now you are able to visualize a simple. It is enough if you remember the formula: fixed cost divided by weighted average contribution per unit. Weighted average contribution per unit, why it is being used, I have showed you, right? I have shown you here. It is about contribution, total contribution equating to FC. Total contribution is made up of 2 factors: contribution per unit and the unit composition. When you consider unit composition and consider an average, it becomes weighted average. That's all. Weighted average contribution per unit. So that is regarding what break-even point in units, overall break-even point in units. That is break-even point in units for a multi-product company.